But, looking in the past, I can't really say Obama was to blame for half the shit that happened. Clinton didn't have anything to do with the shit that happened while he was in office. Bush didn't have anything to do with the shit while he was in office, really, either. And it was just the government below him that's supposed to be in the check and balance system that's really not in a check and balance system anymore.
Right. Yeah,
and
now it's just thrown out.
If you look over the years, when did we lose power? When did that check and balance system go out the window?
Reagan era. The Reagan era.
Probably. I remember being taught in civics that the check and balance system was the president finalizes it, but Congress has to go through it all. So if Senate shoots it down or the House of Representatives shoots it down, it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if they both approve it, it goes through, and the president signs off on it, then it goes through. At this point in time, I don't see the president signing off on shit.
Well, I don't see the president actually talking to Congress about doing shit. And here we are launching 50 cruise missiles. It was like an overnight, let's push the button. Hello? You should talk to some people about this shit.
Happen. I mean, social media has gotten to be a big thing. And Trump is using it to his benefit because he's going to get what he wants by shooting off his mouth.
Right. That prick.
So whether he goes ahead and says push the button or not, the button's going to end up getting pushed because he's got some country pissed off at us because of something he said.
Or something he tweeted.
So... So how is this going to change anything? I mean, it's going to happen one way or the other. So I wasn't actually surprised when I read about that.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a scare. We're kind of in a. I remember. I don't know if you guys were. Well, I think you were around during the 90s or the 80s.
Jesus Christ.
I remember back when I was a senior in high school.
In the 90s?
No, in the 80s, before you were born.
In the
where we had the big conflict with Libya, and me and a lot of my classmates who were between the ages of 18 and 19 at the time were really worried about getting drafted and having to go to Libya across the country or across the globe. And I kind of have that same feeling now, where we just launched a whole bunch of missiles into Syria, a sovereign nation. And I think if we would have done it with a coalition support, as opposed to just unilateral, hey, let's throw a whole bunch of missiles in there,
impulsive,
I wouldn't be as frightened about the possibilities that are on the horizon. Because there's a lot of fucking paths that we could be taking in the next 3 days that could lead to destruction. And I'm just hoping we don't get there.
Well, the sad part is you can hope and pray all you want, but at this point, I don't think there's any avoiding it.
Oh, well, I don't pray.
Trump just launched,
not me.
And he's going to do it again in a different area. Soon enough, it's going to be World War III, and it's going to be us causing it because we've got an idiot in power.
Well, the problem is that
then again, when you think
is it really the idiot in power that's the problem, or is it the people that are advising the idiot in power that's the problem? I mean, that's the thing there's supposed to be some sort of a chain of command thing where he has all these advisors that advise him on what he's supposed to do. And if all of his advisors are saying, fuck it, nuke him, that's not really good for the country or for the world, because that's bad, So I guess we'll have to figure out exactly what's going to happen next.
Let's keep in mind who his cabinet. And think about who his cabinet is. Let's start with the Secretary of Defense. Wasn't that General Mathis?
Yeah. No. Secretary of Defense was
the guy's a war.
No, I'm thinking Secretary of State. That's Tillerson. So, yeah, I guess it would be Mathis.
Mathis.
Okay.
But Mathis is a warmonger.
Right.
He wants war. Thinks it's the greatest thing ever.
Well, I think he's got it.
Now, I understand the mentality. Yeah, I'm going to understand the mentality because he's a Marine. But there are also a lot of Marines that sit there and say, well, you know, I don't really want to go to war, but if I'm ordered to go, I will go, and I will perform to the best of my abilities. And there are some that are just sitting there saying, war? Let's go now. But honestly, when it comes down to it, you've got Mathis as the Secretary of Defense. That's not a good sign.
Right.
I mean, let's run down the list. Pretty much everybody in his cabinet, though. Hey, Mathis is the only one that really sticks out for me.
Well, don't forget
But
Steve
every
Bannon.
other one of them.
Don't forget Steve Bannon,
Well,
who's been recently demoted and is now pissed off and posting negative Breitbart articles about the Trump administration, which is kind of funny because he was removed from the National Security Council. Fucker. But yeah, so yeah, we're in a really rocky area.
either way, we've got all warmongers in his cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
So who's not going to look at it and say, yeah, let's go ahead and nuke them because we're going to get big bucks out of this.
Well, if they nuke them, then nobody's going to get big bucks because the planet's going to turn into a nuclear wasteland.
Well, they'll have the big bucks for like a few minutes longer.
A second or two, yeah.
Yeah.
A bright flash of light having their temperature increase to 10,000 degrees in like less than a second. Yeah, that's right.
You'll be able to get hookers and blow. You just won't have enough time to blow the fucking cook off their ass.
Yeah. Well, there is that.
Well, that was kind of crude, but yeah.
Well,
whatever.
yeah. Well, that's what you are.
I am.
That's about it. I wouldn't be able to get any further with that.
Yeah, it just we'll stop on that one. So the next thing we want to talk about was the things that have happened in Arizona. Our legislature, you know, those wonderful, nice people that care about the people of Arizona,
Sure.
just passed a bunch of bills that have gone to the governor's desk, and I think the governor signed some of them. So it looks like we're going to have taxpayer vouchers for every student in Arizona so they can go to the school of their choice.
Fuck that shit.
Basically, what that means is that there's going to be a lot of politicians who are going to make shitloads of money, taxpayer money, off of the new ESA, entitlement scholarship.
I can't
I can't
think.
remember.
Whatever.
Anyway, so all of these school vouchers are going to be available for every student in Arizona, so they can go to the school of their choice. The problem is that the voucher is only $5,400. A lot of these charter and private schools require more than that. So these vouchers are only going to help students whose families are well off.
Oh, too bad. So sad.
And charter schools and private schools are allowed to choose the students they allow in. So anybody with low grade point, or anyone of color, or anyone of poverty level, or whatnot,
trans,
trans, whatever,
you don't want.
they're not going to get into any of these cool schools. But this is going to basically destroy the public schools here in Arizona. Unless we can stop them somehow, and I really don't know. Aside from nuking the capital, I don't understand how we can do that.
Hold on a second there. They are allowed now to choose who they want in their schools according to color?
Well, they mask it.
Color, creed, religion.
They don't. It's not that obvious. They find ways to not allow somebody in the school for legitimate reasons. You know, low grade point, blah blah blah. But it comes down to there was this article that I read the other day. I guess this mother was trying to get her daughter into schools, and she, of course, was a white parent who had a daughter who was Hispanic. And everything was great until they realized that her daughter was Hispanic, and then all of a sudden there was no spaces left in the school. There was nothing they could do about it. It was just, I wish I could remember what that article was. I don't think I saved the link.
Capital Times or
I don't remember. But, yeah, that's the thing is they find ways to disallow people from being a part of their school without targeting them specifically. Like, oh, there's no empty spaces. Rather than your daughter's a Latino, sorry, we don't want those here.
But 50 more white people, we can
fit those in there.
Yeah, that's bullshit. It's kind of like the whole right to work thing, you know. We can discriminate, but as long as we don't look like we're discriminating, it's like all good, I guess.
Yeah, well, this is Arizona, so they get away with that kind of shit, unfortunately. Because we have a lot of legislators that are tied into the charter school system in Arizona. They make money off of this shit. So, of course, they're going to pass these laws.
And a lot of voters that continue to vote for them because they have an R at the end of their name.
Well, that's true.
We need to go about the issues.
No, we need to start getting people to get their heads out of their asses.
Up, yeah, instead of, my parents are Democrats.
I think we're going to,
Democrat.
I'm hoping that we're going to see that in 2018 where people are actually going to start paying attention. I'm hoping. I didn't say we were going to see it. I was saying I'm hopeful that we will see it. Okay? That's just me being positive.
Well, I mean, it could just be people that are all of a sudden going from apathetic to all of a sudden involved. Even if they're ignorant or still learning, apathy is the enemy. So, yeah, as long as people are actually starting to wake up and hopefully trying to think or get some actual facts to base what they want to, who they want to vote for and stuff. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing.
None of this makes any goddamn sense. I mean, if you're going to sit there and do all this shit just to get around what you want, how is that helping the entire country?
Well, that's just it. It's a power play thing. It's either a way to get your wallet fatter or to make you feel better about yourself or to help your personal agenda.
It's about money.
It's all selfish.
When it comes down to it, it's all about money. That's the thing, is if you want to know whether something is right or wrong, always follow the money and figure out exactly who's paying for it and who's going to gain from it.
Yeah, the dollar signs are obviously the only way to follow it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're not going to find anything. No, that's just stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. So what other fun things has the legislature done to us this week? They fucking said, sure, let's give taxpayer money to schools.
Dildo, yeah.
Sandpaper lube. Yeah, there's
Dildo,
that.
yeah.
They, of course, have passed laws now to restrict the rights of citizens to do citizens initiatives, which is something that's really cool in Arizona, whereas citizens can get together and actually adjust laws based on what they believe and override the legislature. Of course, they're trying to kill that, and they've done a really good job this session of doing that. What else have they done? They want to make it so that if a woman has a child or is pregnant and has a child that's going to die, they have to, or they're allowing to override the parents' wishes and try to take dramatic measures to save the kid, even if the kid's only going to, at the best effort, going to last 2 or 3 days outside the mom's
But they're
body.
not going to fucking pay for it.
No, they're not going to pay for it. They've moved to make
the masturbation bill is fucking
No, that's Texas.
Good old fucking Texas.
There we go, Texas.
Fucking.
So a representative in Texas has filed a bill, which is now it's in committee. It's actually in committee
it did
now.
go through committee finally.
No,
huh?
it's not through committee. It's in committee.
In committee.
To charge men $100 each time they masturbate, because they are destroying the possibility of life by releasing sperm not in search of an egg. and that.
Whoa!
Oh no! Hold on a second. It gets better.
better.
Hold on a second. It also finds the guy or finds the man